Hello students, I Lokesh welcome you all to the YouTube channel of Reliable IS. So in the series of our international relations, today we have come up with a third topic, that is I2U2, that is an organization. Now what I2U2 stand for? I for India, I for Israel, U for UAE, and another is U for USA. Now why I2U2 when we have already numerous organizations already set up at an international level? Then what is the need of I2U2 and what are its aim and what is the significance? We will discuss in this lecture. Now I2U2 is also known as the West Asian Quad by the ambassador of UAE to India, Mr. Ahmed Albana, and our scholars like Isha Agnihotri and Professor Devashish Bhattacharya, they have said that this organization like I2U2 has brings something special in which you have the technology and ideas of Israel and the capitalist country, or what you call the industrial expert like USA, and then you have energy resources like UAE, and one of the most important, then you have the capital market, then when you have the market like India. So it brings the all expertise of all these four. Now what is the aim of this I2U2? Now, as we discussed, the aim of the I2U2 is that how to, cooperate with all these four partners, be it in terms of food, be it in terms of security, be it in terms of energy, and, to cater our all needs, basically, to prosper the world and to make this world very beautiful place. Because every organization has then their hidden agenda. Just like Quad, if we say, the only agenda Quad has is, to counter the Chinese narrative in the Indo-Pacific Ocean. Now, if somebody asks me that what is the, the narrative of this I2U2, then one must tell that, in the Middle East, they have the hegemony of Iran and Turkey. So this organization provides you the alternative to counter the narrative of the Turkey and Iran in the Middle East, or whatever you call it is West Asia. So as we start now I2U2 is an initiative and a strategic alliance involving the four countries like India, Israel, as I have already told you, India, Israel, UAE, the United States. The group aims to promote the joint investment in the key sectors like, number one, infrastructure. So see, the point is here, I have designed this, what you call the PPT, in that sense that you can write in your answer writing also. So it's anything which comes in I2U2 in exam, be it in mains or whatever it is, rather than in your UPSC or MPSC, whatever, you can just cut, copy, paste this, what you call content. So the four key sectors in which they wanted to, four key partners involving in different sectors. Number one sector is infrastructure. Number second is technology. Number third is food and security, defense, with a particular focus on addressing the global challenges and fostering regional cooperation in the Middle East and the South Asia. So it covers the West Asia also, means these countries have a cooperation from the Middle East to the South Asia. Now point is here, we have included the infrastructure because you wanted to make good roads and good railways, everything, right? You have recently, I think you heard about that the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu had said that we want to make an ark of blessing and there is an ark of curse. So whom you want to choose? Then the people said that we wanted to choose the Ark of Blessing. Now what is Ark of Blessing? It's basically an infrastructure project only, starting from UAE, and it covers the Middle East, West Asia, and then it goes to Europe. Means they wanted to, draw the pipelines, they wanted to make roads, infrastructure, railways in a single, what you call, just like we have a Kalyan multimodal project, in a same, what you call, a parallel lines for the railways and roadways and waterways and other different thing for the natural gas and all. And now what is the importance of food here? Because, we have seen the globe now, the globe has seen the various challenges. Like we have seen the Russia-Ukraine war. In this war, we have particularly seen that there is a food crisis in the entire world. We have seen the COVID pandemic. Then the world has also seen the food crisis. So at this time of food crisis, how India can help, how Israel can help, how USA can help, because India, after the Green Revolution, when India was a food scarce country, India became a food surplus country. So we also can help in this particular segment, then security. Because this area is one of the most what you call difficult area for the world, because all of the major problems, be it terrorism, be it extremism, be it radicalization, all the extremist forces are present in this region, especially in security, especially from Israel, Syria. All these areas are neighboring countries, right? So most of the problems are here only. So that is why a country like USA wanted to have a good relation with Israeli technology, and then they need India's support, and UAE, is a big brother among all Muslim worlds. So because already, there was an Abraham Accord between the Israel and the Arab world to that how to maintain and how to continue the peace, and so we can make this place better so everyone can grow. Because unless there is no peace, there is no stability. If there is no peace, there is no stability, means there is no economic growth. So it is very, very important to have peace and stability for the prosperity of any particular region. So this is the main agenda. So this area can foster an cooperation between the Middle East and the Southeast Asia, right? And the origin and the evolution. Now, establishment October 2021, they have followed the Abraham Accord. The first virtual summit of this I2U2 was in 2022. Initial focus was the maritime security, infrastructure and transportation, that how we can link this Middle East with the South Asia and Southeast Asia. So this is the prime focus agenda of this organization called I2U2, where I stands for India, I stands for Israel, and U stands for UAE, and other U stands for USA. Now, as we go further, I2U2 is a new strategy partnership formed between the India, Israel already. This is also known as the West Asian Quad, because this, especially Israel and USA, they don't want, and India, they don't want that if there isn't any vacuum tomorrow in the West Asia and the Middle East, they don't want that Chinese and, the Russian forces are, that they occupy this arena. So that is why they wanted this area to be particularly, occupied by them, so they can control, because the world entire energy resources, or be it in terms of crude oil, be it in terms of natural gas or other various sources of energy, they are present in this area. Another important thing is that this is the most troubled area. So USA as a democratic country, or USA as a capitalist country, they do not want, or even India, they do not want that this vacuum should be, conceptualized or vitalized by the Russian counterpart and the Chinese counterpart. Now, the second point is it was established to enhance the cooperation and collaboration in which points you can write as it is: water, energy, transportation, security, all these points, food security. And if somebody asks you what is the main agenda, what is the main objective of this I2U2, then we can say that it promotes, the objective of this group is to promote this economic development. Economic development, how economic development will come? By peace and stability. And for what we have done for the peace and stability, that Israel has done an Abraham Accord with whom? With the Arab world, including UAE. Scientific innovation, Israelis and Indians and USA, they all are known for their technology. And when it comes to India, India is very good in providing the service sector, because the most of the India's economy, most of the share today what we get in terms of economy, we are getting it from the service sector, right? And then there is a regional stability. I told you, then there is an arc starting from the Middle East and it ends to the Pakistan. Okay, so this is the important reason. Now, these are the objectives again to strengthen the American global partnership, because if today American global partners are strong here, because then you can understand that USA has always some role. Wherever there is a trouble, be it Iraq war, be it Iran war, we have seen the USA history in the Cuban crisis, we have seen the USA history in the Vietnamese war, right? And then they wanted to discuss on the global contemporary challenges like terrorism. They wanted to discuss on the cyber security. They wanted to discuss on the climate change. They wanted to discuss on the scarcity of food. They wanted to discuss on the depleting resources of the economic resources. They wanted to discuss on the each and every cyber security. When it comes to artificial intelligence, they wanted to discuss. So these are the major contentious issues where these people, 4 leaders of these countries, different countries, they sit together and then they exchange their ideas, and then the things came out that what could be done and what has not done and what could be done and how to do all those important things. Now, as I told you, that this organization is also known as the West Asian Quad by the ambassador to UAE, ambassador of UAE to India, that is Ahmed Albana. Some people also, some scholars also call that this is a Middle Eastern Quad. So when Quad came, everybody understand that, okay, it is to counter the China, right, in the Indo-Pacific. So same you can write, because it is also a new form of Quad to counter the China's and Russia's narrative, because we have seen Russia's involvement in the Syria, because Russia is always known as for their what you call feeders for these ISI, right? We have seen Iran, they are supporting Hamas militant in Palestine. So these are the issues which these countries have in their mind, and that is why they've collaborated together and then they bring some idea to the table. Got it? Factors leading to the formation of the I2U2. Then Abraham Accord 2020. This is Abraham Accord 2020. UAE, Bahrain, Sudan, Morocco established the formal ties with Israel promoted by the Trump administration. Because Trump was, interested in not to have a good relations with Iran. Trump was the first president to put Katsa on Iran. So, and at the same time, he wanted to, because Americans have a very soft corner for Israelis, because there is in America, when you go to Washington or any big city of USA, they have Israeli lobby there. Then the diplomatic normalization between Israel and UAE made the alliance possible, countering the Turkey's assertiveness. मैंने आपको यही बताया कि that they wanted to counter these Turkey's hegemony in this particular region. Now they wanted to counter China at the same point. They wanted to focus on economic cooperation, because these Quad have one exercise that is known as Malabar exercise. Now the new idea is these all 4 countries can also have some Malabar exercise, kind of Malabar exercise in this area. So the countries like Iran, the countries like Turkey, so they have that fear, they have that factor of enormity. So they could be put some resistance. Their assertive nature we can put some resistance on that. And then everybody knows about the China's BRI project, Belt Road Initiative. So China want to engulf every corner of the part, because China believes in 9-dash line. They believe that entire South China Sea is there. They believe when it comes to India, they believe entire Leh Ladakh is there. They believe Arunachal Pradesh is there. So everything, whatever in the planet Earth, China feels that is there. So if you wanted to kick back all these ideas, if you wanted to set them, you want to give them a setback, you must be the part of these what you call powerful organizations like I2U2 Quad. At the same time, India believes in non-alignment movement. So at the same time, on one side, we are with the USA in Quad to counter China. At the same time, we are in SCO and BRICS with Russia and China to show USA also. So we play, in international arena, we say that nobody's permanent friend and nobody's permanent enemy. The only permanent thing is your strategic interest and the national interest. And national interest is a very, very dynamic concept, because it evolves around the time. It evolves according to the time. Unlike the Indo-Pacific Quad, focus on defense, West Asian Quad centers around economic collaboration. So when it comes to Quad, you can't say that Quad is also not a military alliance, right? But some people feel that Quad is only about military alliance. But surely I2U2 is not a military alliance. It is an alliance which discuss about the economic cooperation of that particular region, and they have some areas of cooperation. I have told you, like food is there, like energy sector is there, food is there, energy sector is there, transportation is there, water is there. There are the various sectors, infrastructure is there. There are the various factors which has evolved this I2U2 and make this important. Now the I2U2 use, India's use for I2U2 platform. How India can use this I2U2 platform? Number one is economic cooperation. They can leverage the relation of mutual benefits. Why? Because India is having a defense deals with USA as well. India is having defense deals with Israel as well. Okay. And India is having a military exercise with the UAE also. At the same time, economic cooperation, because USA and UAE, they are considered to be India's largest FDIs. Okay. Now, Israel, because Israeli people, they're good in technology, but we can provide them food and all, right? Because that is a war zone area. They don't have a good, agricultural land. So India can, because India, most of the today's population also still more than 50% of this today's country population still dependent on the agriculture. So we can make our agriculture, agriculture products, or we can say, we can increase our food parks, and then we can sell our, what you call packed foods and other things which can be used at the war time. So it's a big market for India. It's a big market for Indian companies, be it in infrastructure, be it in transport, be it in cars, automobile, defense, anything. And Indian people can, discuss about the technology transfer as well. So they can also enhance their technology. At the same time, energy and trade. The UAE is very much ahead than us in terms of energy, because the entire UAE economy either depended on energy or either depended on the tourism. So that is why they have developed the tourism industry, because they know, because the resources have been depleted. Almost all resources of Saudi and UAE are about to deplete. So once they are depleted, tomorrow they have to look on some other important economic sector. So another important economic sector for the UAE and these Arab world is what? Tourism sector. That is why you have recently seen Saudi Arab, the country like Saudi Arab, which is meant to be very orthodox. They have, reformed, right? The women are given right to drive the taxi and all. Now, the tourist people can drink the wine, whiskey, whatever they want. Otherwise, it is used to be haram in the Saudi Arabia if you consider to be whiskey, wine or anything. So worlds are changing, because everyone know. Because if you have to change according to the globalization, if you want change, you will be out of the race. Now, what are the challenges when it comes to I2U2? These are the important challenges when it comes to I2U2. Balancing the non-alignment states with the membership of the various groups. Because see, at one side you are with Israel, at one side you are with, this UAE and USA. At the same time, you can't ignore Iran. When I say that we are here to counter the Iran's and Turkey's narrative, no, you can't take risk. Because if tomorrow Iran won't support you in your Chabar port, because we have a very strategic deal with Iran. So that is why you cannot show the red eyes to Iran as well. Because once you show the red eyes to the Iran, they can kick you out from the Chabar port. And then it will be a very problematic situation for us, because Pakistan Gwadar port is under the administrative control of China. So you are there in this particular Persian Gulf, or what you call Middle East, because Iran has provided you a space to show your presence. So you have to balance all these, that at one side you are with that bloc, which is against the Iran and Turkey. And at one side you are with that bloc that who are, with Israel and all these lobby. So managing ties with China and Russia, you have to manage your ties with China and Russia in terms of SCO. You have to become a very active member in SCO. At the same time, you wanted to become the member in the BRI as well. So you have to maintain between all these two organizations, SCO BRICS and West Asian Quad or all these narratives. Okay, now impact on India's role in Israel-Palestine conflict. It can also, because India, in the last class I have discussed that what is the role between India and Israel-Palestine. So if there is a Israel-Palestine conflict, India has a historic stand with the Palestine, because India feels that, Palestine is also a neutral state, a neutral state for us, because we had given recognition to the Palestine. We had a diplomatic ties with Palestine. So how to manage this affair as this conflicting time? This is also an art of diplomacy. Let's see how India do all these things. Now, this is the conclusion. Now, I2U2 represents a new area of multilateralism, focusing on economic, technological, security collaboration across the Middle East and South Asia. India, Israel, UAE, US bring the complementary strength. Complementary strength means एक दूसरे को complementary strength. Multilateralism का मतलब हो गया, they are discussing the water issues, they are discussing health issues, they can discuss the defense issues, they can discuss the artificial intelligence issues, they can discuss various other factors such as food security, energy transition, regional stability. Okay, So once India become with them, or they all collaborate together and they cooperate in everything, world can be a better place, because all these are the powerful countries like India, US and UAE, Israel. Israel is known for its Iron Dome. They have every capability to resist any sort of attack on them. So that is why they are very much important, as it leverages growing economic clout and strategic position to enhance the global influence. Moving forward, I2U2 Alliance has the potential to reshape regional dynamics. I2U2 has the potential that they can shape this entire regional dynamics, because I have told you, you are not only having a tie with Israel or UAE or India, you are also having a ties with China and Russia. You have to act it very carefully. You have to play it very smartly. That is why this thing has been written here, that this organization has potential to reshape the regional dynamics. If things goes right, things can be correct. Take and contribute to the more interconnected and prosperous, peaceful world. So if things goes right, the world can be more interconnected world, that the world can be more prosperous and peaceful world. Because if there will be stability in this region, there will be peace in this region. If there is a peace in this region, there will be economic growth in this region. So ladies and gentlemen, this was all about the I2U2. Okay, is there any doubt if you feel about I2U2, that what is the aim of the I2U2, what are the objectives of the I2U2, or what are the links of the I2U2 with the different world's organizations? You can comment in the comment section box. Thank you so much for watching Reliable IS. Keep watching. Thank you.